A rebound is expected for Nigeria's equities market. Now, this after a decline of 16% was recorded in 2014. Now, here to shed light on these future prospects, Elizabeth Ebi. Elizabeth, thank you so much for joining us today. Tell me about some of the macroeconomic factors that contributed to the drop and the successive uptick that followed.
Our market started very beautifully in year 2014. Everything was in equilibrium, exchange rate was in line, inflation rate was as expected. We got good news from the National Bureau for Statistics that Nigeria has become the largest economy in Africa. Everybody was excited, but then comes the third quarter. Global markets started slowing down. China's growth reduced, importation declined. Back home, the production also was reduced, and that affected revenue inflow into the economy. The CBN had to devalue the naira in order to contain the dwindling foreign reserves. Boko Haram was threatening up north with the insurgency. You're also aware that we're having elections right now. People are unsure as to what is happening. For fear of currency risk, the foreign investors started taking off of the market. So that caused the market to decline. When fund managers saw the rate of decline, they also saw opportunities. So they swooped on the market and began to pick up quality stocks again. So that saw the rebound towards the end of the year.
Tell me about the recapitalization efforts that have been announced by the Securities and Exchange Commission.
As you're aware, our market is being regulated by the Nigerian Stock Exchange and the Securities and Exchange Commission. Since the global downturn, there has been a determination by both regulators to make sure that those organizations operate on world-class standard. For the stock exchange, they have already put a robust platform, the XGen, to make sure that trades are executed seamlessly, efficiently, and transparently. They've also ensured all their processes, corporate governance, everything is in line, and that's why they were able to have been admitted into the World Federation of Exchanges. With all of this in place, with a market as robust as that, it behoves the operators to have the right balance sheet, to have the right manpower, to have the right processes in order to execute deals in a world-class standard, so that we have a perfect market.
Everything that you say today, Elizabeth, is imbued with this confidence in the ability for the market to really reassert itself and to continue this growth pattern. So investment prospects, as a result, you must also think are very positive for the country moving forward.
We have the platform ready. The market is also in sync with these plans. The benchmark for lending has been set at 13%. We have inflation on a steady mode for the past 12 months. So it looks like everything is right. We have shares, surplus shares, selling at a discount of 61%. Dangote Cement at a discount of 40%. Nestle at a discount of 55%. That means that the market is ripe and is ready for investors. However, I think what's critical is for us to get this election right and have a proper transition, stabilize our currency, and we're good to go.
The government is going to play a decisive role, the future government, that is. Tell me, what sort of financial regulatory upgrades would you like to see put in place?
Nigerian Stock Exchange and SEC have really done so much to make sure that we have all it takes in order to attract the world into Nigeria. And they already have a 10-year program on what to do. And that takes off this year up to 2025. So with all of that in place, I think what needs to be done is to make sure that we continue to stay focused. I expect government to provide all the necessary support, provide us with an enabling environment, stable exchange rate, a calm, stable political environment, so that people know that their monies are safe.
Finally, what role would you like Futureview to play in the country's growth in 2015?
We're looking at how we can support the economy. We're focusing on strategic alliances to help to deepen our product offerings so that we can together support the growth areas in the Nigerian economy. The oil and gas sector, there are a lot of companies that are struggling to raise finances. We still have to explore our mining industry, which has a lot of potentials to grow the market. We're also looking at the agri sector. We have more than 70% of arable land that are yet to be cultivated. And the process, the value chain of the agri production needs to be supported. We're also targeting at those more than 70% of the population that are the youths under 30 that are struggling to find their feet in the small and medium enterprises in the economy. This is where we are. As the time goes on, Futureview will continue to evolve, and as our name states, we will always have the future in view.